Fucking go.
Hold. Oh, don't my rib hurts when I laugh. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday is Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Why do we work on a Sunday? It's meant to be a day of rest.
Are we working? Or are we living our best life?
True. Living our best life on, is this episode 4 of a series of stupid decisions? We're coming a bit left field with our film choice.
We are. Your fault entirely.
It is completely my fault. And do you know what? I actually blame my friend, Jack Cooper, who hopefully will one day be a podcast guest. So it's a good thing to plug him now. But we were talking about horror films and he'd mentioned Hereditary being like one of his favourites. And the only memory I had of Hereditary was that I hated the ending. And I'd only watched it once. And I'd said to myself, okay, maybe I need to watch it again now that I know what the ending's going to be because I might be able to appreciate it a bit more.
Did you?
Yes, I did actually. I still don't like the ending, but I was less like, what the fuck this time?
What do you want to do? Do you want to get this off your chest now or do you want to wait until like...
No, I think let's wait.
Okay.
It's a pretty crazy ending, isn't it? So.
It is unexpected.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, but that's the ending, isn't it? So yeah, let's start at
Let's rewind.
Lily, what's the scariest thing you've seen since we last met?
A month ago. So this is hot off the press.
Okay.
But I did go and see 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Nice.
Which I believe you did as well.
I did. I went with my daughter. I don't know. I think, I don't know when we... Yeah, I saw it pretty quickly because I was excited.
I saw it yesterday.
Oh, that recent?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's really...
Fresh.
Yeah. Fresh.
But I feel like we'll completely go off on a tangent if we talk too much about it. But
yeah,
I don't often jump in horror films. It got me 3 times.
Did it?
Yeah.
I can't remember whether I jumped. I do remember one.
Yeah.
I did. Cause
they had some good ones.
Both me and my daughter were like, fuck. Yeah. And then, but generally, well, I loved it and it was scary enough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like well, no, actually, it had a bit of everything, didn't it?
A little bit of torture porn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little bit of jump scare.
Yeah.
Still had a good plot.
A very good plot this time.
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah.
So much better than the first one.
I was saying earlier that I think that it's not just a great horror film, it's a great film.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's not just a horror genre film. It's like just a really good narrative.
And it wasn't excessive gore either.
No,
it was part of, that style of film, but it was used for a reason rather than just being for the sake of it,
Yeah, funny because I've and again, we should probably jump off this and do it another time, shouldn't we? But I've definitely heard from different people, ones like, it's unnecessary violence. And I'm thinking, no, it's totally necessary because the whole point is that the infected are not the threat that they used to be.
Yeah.
It's been done in The Walking Dead and all sorts, but Lord Sir Jimmy Crystal and his crew, they're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
They're proper evil. And
it's that juxtaposition where they're dressed so like stupidly and the wig makes you think they're harmless.
Yeah.
And then they're the complete opposite.
They're the worst, the absolute worst. But maybe we should just do that film one day.
I think we should. I think we can do it as a double, like we did with Black Phone.
Yes, we could do that.
It'll be like a 2-hour job.
I think so. What a great idea.
Okay.
I'll dress as Cillian Murphy.
I'm going to dress as Jimmy. Can you imagine?
Let's both dress as Jimmy Savile and see how well that goes down.
Okay. I only have a pink wig, so I'll have to get a blue one. A blue one? A blonde one?
Blonde one.
Okay.
I will cut my femoral artery so that when we're filming the podcast, we'll see how long it takes me to bleed out and die.
I don't think that would take long. Considering we have about an hour average at least, I think that would cut our average.
It's like 4 minutes, isn't it?
It wasn't long. It wasn't long. There was a lot of blood.
Sure. Let's ask Kat Malik next time we see her. So how long does it take to bleed out?
Good idea.
Right. So, have we said the film?
No.
Oh.
We haven't. Do you want to introduce it?
Well, I'll introduce the fact that you said I should watch it because I thought I'd seen it.
Yes. Because I then gave you a massive spoiler, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. But I honestly, it was so much was going on in the film that I kind of didn't really... Yeah, the spoiler was like a thing, but I didn't, honestly, I wasn't prepared for...
the The darkness.
Yes, and how because I love what do I love? I love the Witch. That's Robert Eggers, but it's the same production crew, I think. And I love anything that's like. There's a film called Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that's the Stephen King.
Right. Yeah. So it's got that same slow, demonic unraveling of everything that you think you know, and so because the film is so much like rooted in like family trauma. It's like, well, it's the same. It's Ari Aster, isn't it? He did Midsommar as well.
Yes.
Another unraveling and trauma and right. So
yeah.
So when I was watching it, even though you'd kind of, the spoiler was there, it really didn't matter at all. But I was sure I'd seen it because why the hell wouldn't I have seen that film?
As an avid horror fan,
right?
That is surprising, and it had quite a lot of publicity around it. Like when it came out, it's not like it was a hidden gem.
It did. You know
it's
what?
Called Hereditary, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's like the longest build up to it, and literally it's going to be in this height, wasn't it? So it'd be like, Lily and Damo talk about Hereditary. Yeah. But I think what I got confused with was another film with a similar name, which is again Florence Pugh, and she is it like a ghost film crew, and she, oh God, have you seen this one?
You're not really giving me much to go off. Just
it's horrible. It ends up with nails being banged into people, and there's like a kind of a horrible thing going on in this house where she's almost like she's becomes a medium. And
oh, is it called Oh No?
No, it's got it's a name like Hereditary. Oh, it's gonna.
And it's not Midsommar.
It's not Midsommar.
I don't even have my phone nearby to Google it. Let me quickly.
Florence Pugh here. Take this, Florence Pugh. But it is a similar film. My daughter put me onto it, and I honestly thought it was Hereditary. I'll let you do that quickly.
Okay.
Florence
Malevolent?
Pugh. Malevolent.
Oh, God.
Right. Have you not seen it?
No.
Dude.
Okay.
Right. We'll do that. So I thought it was that film anyway, and I thought, oh yeah, I've seen that film. It's good. Really good film. Pretty spooky. And then I started watching her, and I'm like, it's Toni Collette.
Oh, in that one? Oh,
no, as in Hereditary. And I'm like, I've not seen this. So then a certain thing happens in the film, and I pause and text you straight away.
Even though I'd given you the warning, it was still pretty shocking.
I was pretty stunned by it, and thought straight away, this has taken a turn, the unexpected.
Yeah.
But amazing. So I guess we need to just So the film is Hereditary. I think pretty early on we can say that when it comes to stupid decisions, being the conceit, the theme
of our podcast,
the MacGuffin, as Hitchcock would say, the MacGuffin, maybe something, whatever. But it's not got many stupid decisions, if any, and it is not funny at all. It is it's
very dark.
Yeah,
it's one of those films you finish and you feel heavy afterwards.
Yeah,
and it weighs on you.
And then for the next 2 weeks, you and I would sit in the gym together, going when we were supposed to be listening to our jiu-jitsu instructor.
So, you did it first, and it absolutely sent me because
I do it on WhatsApp?
I hadn't watched. No, it was at the gym. I hadn't watched it again yet, but I knew that happened because it's just her in the backseat of the car, isn't it? Like,
oh God, it's just all the time. She just sit in the corner of the room, just like this. It starts in the backseat. She's in the backseat with Toni Collette, isn't she? And she just makes this noise.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. That's a weird kid. Weird kids in horrors always get me, but they have to be a good actor though.
They do.
And she really was.
She nailed it.
Yeah.
So I think in our other episodes, we start with a under 60 seconds plot summary. So maybe we should.
Turn.
It is my turn because it's my film. Mm-hmm. I am not going to put a timer on because I have no doubt that I'm going to be able to do this.
Go for it.
So very aptly named, the film is Hereditary, and it starts with the death of a grandmother, which you think is going to be kind of the focus of the grief, and then it escalates and the daughter ends up dying in a pretty horrific way. Mm-hmm. And this kind of starts to tear the family apart, then starts to lean into more of a demon cult possession. But I think actually the undertone is about how a lot of the demons are actually is passed on to you by your family. There was, mental health and trauma, which is a heavily evident theme. And it's kind of that parallel between what's inherited and then actually what is thrust upon the family.
Yes.
Through evil.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, I didn't time it, but it felt about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. The danger is, of course, that you want to explain everything like I do all the time, and it ends up being an hour.
Exactly. It's not then a summary.
It's not been, no, you're right. In fact, when I used to sit exams, quite often that was the feedback I got was,
too much waffle.
Too much waffle.
Yeah.
So, right. Okay. Right. So, bearing in mind we haven't got many stupid decisions to talk about because there kind of aren't.
No, probably just going to unpick kind of what happens, and also there's a couple of things that you only realise afterwards as well, which would be cool to talk about. So the film starts with the funeral of who is the mum? Ellen. And the family is 4 people. So you've got Annie, who's the mother, Steve's the father, Peter's the son, and Charlie is the younger daughter. Mm-hmm. And it starts with Annie, she's giving the eulogy, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
And she's saying things like she's surprised to see so many people at this funeral because her mother was private, secretive, controlling. You're getting the vibe that there was a strained relationship between the two.
Yeah.
From the get-go, aren't you?
You really are, yes. Yes. She's giving this eulogy and you're kind of aware of a mother-daughter relationship that has not been particularly healthy. And it's like you're watching someone who's trying to say nice things, I guess, about someone who really they haven't got much nice to say about, and then evidently, that picks up.
Yeah. Almost doesn't seem overly sad about the death. It's more like
no.
I don't know.
What's more I think intriguing about that scene is Charlie, the daughter's, the way that she looks at the dead body of the grandmother, and straight away you get this kind of feeling that the grandmother means quite a lot to Charlie. There's a relationship, there's a bond between those two that is going to be revealed.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weirdly one-sided. Not one-sided, but you realise that the grandmother, there's a moment very early in the film where it's like, she wanted a boy.
Yeah,
right?
That's slightly after... Is it after the funeral? Yeah.
Yes, after the funeral, but it becomes apparent that this is part of this relationship of the, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard not to give away too much in sequence with this film, isn't it? Because it's all so beautifully wrapped up.
Crafted, yeah. But it's an open casket, isn't it?
It is.
Does she touch a necklace or something?
Do you know what? Again, this is one of the things that I've watched it fairly recently. I know you watched it again fairly recently. There's a bit of me, and it might be another film I'm thinking of, but it's almost like doesn't she take?
I feel like she touches something.
Hair or something.
Yes,
Does she snip some hair? Or something like that.
Pigeon.
She snips a pigeon at some point. Yeah, that's more. I can't remember. I feel like there's a film I've definitely seen where someone does take a piece of hair for something later. But that's a different film, I think.
Yeah.
But she certainly, there's a weird interaction, isn't there? Because the necklace is the
symbol.
The symbol, which becomes like a thing later, a repeating motif.
Exactly that. And then we also get the foreshadowing to do with the nut allergy as well, because she's eating a whole chocolate bar, isn't she?
That chocolate bar hasn't got nuts in it, has it? And then straight away you were like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. So
it's
then...
like when someone coughs in a film, they're going to die of consumption or tuberculosis, don't you?
Well, like Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, any film. Pick a film.
Consumption.
Just like that. If a camera ever does if a character does they're dead. Act 3, they're dead.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, look out for it.
I will.
Look out for it.
And then I think it cuts back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Undertone that people, they all feel like they're supposed to be sad, but none of them are that sad.
No.
It's kind of it, isn't it? I think the mum even says I feel like I should be more sad. And the husband's like, no, everyone does it in their own time, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like Gabriel Byrne in this film, what does he play? Is he a psychologist? Is that his job? Or is it ever really shown what his job is? But he seems to be. But he's always saying he's quite a lot of affirmations, and he's always kind of like, this is expected, or you
validating,
right, all the time, which is very nice. Actually, he's quite a nice guy.
He is.
I keep expecting him to be an arsehole, and one of the reasons why everything was going so bad, but all the way through, actually, he's quite supportive.
Very understanding.
Yeah. Until he obviously kind of has a bit much and ends up boozing a lot and stuff. But, I would do the same, I imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she's not grieving in the way that she feels she should. And the relationship with her mother, obviously, is.
But that further emphasises that the relationship wasn't particularly close because she's not sad that her mum's dead.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. She's kind of processing it. Yeah.
And then she's talking to Charlie, who seems more sad than she is. And she even says, you were grandma's favourite, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes in that she's like, she wanted me to be a boy. Or she said that I should have been a boy.
Time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But then Annie also says, she wouldn't even let me feed you.
Yes.
She was very possessive of you. So you're getting this weird, especially as this is the younger daughter. So grandma could have been like this about the older son, but wasn't for whatever reason, which is weird. And
then that kind of plays itself out because the older son, oh my gosh, what's his name in the film? Peter. My son's called Peter. Conflate the two. But he's definitely got this kind of sense of, there's something about him that constantly he feels less than he should be, or he's marginalised in some way. And then I guess you get that thing that Charlie's the favourite, whereas Peter's been overlooked for some time. Which
I think to the naked eye you wouldn't think you think she's the favourite because she's different. It's almost like they're giving her special attention because she's socially withdrawn.
Yes.
And makes weird noises.
Yeah.
Doesn't really engage much. Always, I get the impression she always wears the same outfit.
Yeah.
Baggy clothes.
Yeah, like a fleece and
Yeah. So I imagine it's sort of that extra special attention because she doesn't fit in kind of thing. So he's probably like, I should get more attention because I am making effort and I am doing all these things.
I think that's a dynamic that plays out in real life, and that's why one of these things about the film is that I think it's so good in that way is that if you have a child that requires more attention or needs than the other child, there's always that play when you're a parent of feeling a little bit like there's always this guilt I think that goes with that.
You don't have to get the balance almost.
Exactly. Yeah. You're aware that there is one child that you're having to accommodate a lot of things for and organise around, like peanut allergies, like neurodivergence, and you've got another child that's seemingly normal. Neurotypical. Yeah. Thank you. Nice. And then nice catch, Lily.
Yeah.
and then, but obviously they may be like, well, where do I fit into all this?
Yeah. And it's the classic. If you're not getting attention for being good, you may as well do something bad.
Yes.
Because any attention is good. Even negative reinforcement is reinforcement kind of thing.
Exactly.
And then it kind of feeds into that. He's, the older son and should be responsible, and then he's smoking weed.
Yeah.
And which is also weird because he smokes like a bong in his room as if it wouldn't stink so bad.
I guess, that, the film's fairly adult in the way that, and again, Ari Aster as a director, I don't think he would have thought for a second that, I think it's more the fact that he just doesn't get mentioned. Why would you bring it up when I used to smoke in my bedroom and my mum knew I smoked, my stepdad knew I smoked, my brother knew I smoked, but when my parents came in the room with a full ashtray, I would look at them dead in the eye and say, yeah, it's my brother. And all my friends smoke as well, and my brother smokes. It's not me. But I know that my parents just yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Wasn't worth the fight.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you don't want another screaming match, So maybe that's part of it, is that they're just we let that one go.
Okay. You've rationalised that. Okay.
Maybe.
But also, I guess grandma just died, and maybe they can't. You pick your battles, don't you?
You do.
And
which he is another wants very family thing, right?
Yes. If he wants to smoke a bong for his grief, then fine.
He does smoke continuously throughout the film, though, doesn't he?
But that's sort of our anticipation that something is bound to go wrong because of that, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. At some point. Yeah. Okay. So where are we at? We know that there's something up with Charlie. Her relationship with her grandmother is a lot closer than
anyone else.
Is there some insinuation with the whole, not being very funny about her feeding? Is there some insinuation that the grandmother Okay, so let's talk about Toni Collette, the mother, because her thing, weirdly extraordinary, is the making of dioramas, right? Miniature versions. But one thing that she does quite quickly is she has a diorama that she's been creating of her grandmother in bed, and then is it that the grandmother is feeding Charlie or something, and Toni Collette, the mother, is kind of not. There's one of the dioramas very early on is an awkward interaction with the grandmother, the mother, and Charlie, and then Toni Collette kind of looks at that diorama that she's created and then pushes it away.
Okay, you've
or
picked
turns
up on
it around.
Yeah, you've picked up on something that I haven't noticed.
Okay,
I almost need to go back to that now.
Well, there's something. This film, there's so much going on.
There are so many small little bits.
Yeah, and literally, because at one point you're looking at this thing like Toni Collette is, oh God, what's her name in the film? Annie, right? So she's kind of literally building these tiny sets for a company, or
but it's massive.
Herself.
She's like,
yeah. But it's like, I thought when I watched it, oh, this is like one of those weird control things where like she's constructing, like life as it should be, because the whirlwind outside of that. So I thought it was more about that, but it appears that, and we find this later on when she builds a very particular diorama, that actually it may be some kind of coping mechanism.
How she processes events that have happened.
Yeah.
Super but also creepy. About regaining, I think it is a little bit about control. It's regaining like control over the narrative, isn't it? Or like control of the situation, I guess.
I think so. But you see things within those dioramas that she's creating where you're now being shown something where it would take too much exposition in the film to tell you. Right? So you're looking at that going, oh, that's what the real thing is.
Yeah.
That's the thing we need to look at and go, that's the problem. That's part of the root of Annie's problem with her mother.
And it's like she's been hired to make these for like a museum or a gallery.
Yeah.
Yet a lot of it is her family. So is that what she's supposed to be doing, or is that just what she does?
I think that's the dilemma. Again, like, from a personal thing, it's like, I have a job, as in me, Damien has a job, and I do the job. But quite a lot of the time in my mind, I'm thinking about like these vanity projects, like other things I want to do. That's like that kind of creative outlet. So sometimes I'm like, no, I've got to put that to one side because I've got to do the paid work first. Yeah. And then do the thing I want to do. And it's always a battle depending, I guess, how I'm feeling as to, oh no, actually I really want to work on my own thing. Yeah. But no, I've got to focus on that. So you're right. I think it's a battle between the paid job and then the phone calls coming in like, we know your mum's just died, so we're not being super pushy about it, but where are you with the project? And
I guess this also links pressure. As well to like artistic hobbies as well, or vocations, still being an outlet. Like, for example, her mum's just died, yet she feels able to go and do that job. Yeah. Whereas, for example, like I work for a mental health charity. If I had someone die, I wouldn't go to work and be able to engage with that. Whereas because it's like a creative outlet, she's still getting something from that.
Definitely. Yeah. It's like, well, I guess it's therapy and, art therapy as well. And that, to be like blunt about it, I suppose. But the idea that so I would throw myself into playing like my guitar or something when something happens in my life, I'm like, oh my, I need to release something. I grab a guitar and then I process everything through that. Yeah. So I guess in the same way you do that, and you'd probably
like channeling your energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But then that comes back to, again, is she using it as an outlet to cope, or is it that she's so unbothered by her mum dying that she can go back to work?
Right. There is the balance. Because even Gabriel Byrne, like her husband, when he kind of walks up and he sees there's quite a lot of him looking at what she's building or doing through a doorway. He rarely seems to step into her domain, and it's very much her domain. I mean, there's one time when he does, and then he sees what she's really been putting together, and it's like, But there's quite a lot of that where even he seems mildly surprised that she is just kind of getting on with her job. Yeah. But again, he gives her all that space because he seems to be the kind of person who's, I'll just give you space, let you do your thing. Anyway, okay. But that is, I mean, one of the main points of the film is that she does build these, and they are miniature, like they really are. She's got all their lenses and stuff, and she's tiny little, everything is perfect, but tiny. Yeah. And maybe that's, again, like an allegory, or I always get metaphor and allegory mixed up, but like, like you say, as control, if she's putting these tiny things together bit by bit, then there is control in that. That's the perfect version of what life should look like.
Yes.
But then when you get to the kitchen table, that's not how
it looks.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's without us knowing any of the past of the family at this point either, as well, because as more becomes uncovered later on, like she's got some issues too.
Yes.
So I do think it's worth mentioning that the family has a tree house, and after the funeral and this conversation, like Annie's tucked Charlie into bed, Charlie does go and sleep in the tree house.
He does.
Which the dad he's looking for her, isn't he? And then he finds her in there and he's like, it's freezing out here, like what are you doing? But she finds solace in this tree house.
It's comfort in there.
But that's all that sort of, you don't get any more information other than that, but I think it's worth mentioning.
Definitely. And also, like, if colour is important in film, and I think someone like Ari Aster does use colour, is that, do you remember how red the light is?
Yes.
Always like a really vivid, I know it's like a heat lamp, because it's probably cold out there, but every time you get a long shot of that tree house, you're looking at a very red, possibly like, maybe like connotations of something quite like demonic or danger. Like red is the colour of right? So
Satan and hell and
danger and you know, all that. So maybe but it is unusually bright red, isn't it? But yeah, the treehouse is important because it comes up a few times, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to what happens to Charlie?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Because that then unfolds the rest of the film, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing as well, just whilst I should have piggybacked off it when we were talking about art as well, is that Charlie has notebooks that she draws pictures in.
Yes.
Which are sometimes a bit unsettling, is it?
Yeah. Most of the time, I'd say.
Because she's in the classroom and a bird flies into the window. Mm-hmm. And again, this just foreshadowing, isn't it, about death, I imagine.
It's weird that it happens. Weird that the bird flies into the window,
and no one else seems to pay any attention. I think is what's weird. Except Charlie.
That's it. She does it. She acknowledges it, but then her attention is focused very much on a pair of scissors in a pot on the teacher's desk.
Yes,
and that straight away you're like, oh,
yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
but you find out later.
Well, she goes straight outside, doesn't she?
Yeah,
and she very discreetly cuts the head off the pigeon. And keeps it, and then she does later draw a picture of it.
She does.
In her book.
She does. She also has a thing when she's walking outside outside the school. She's eating another chocolate bar,
and they're like thick. I don't know why that's.
They're like chonky.
Is it because it makes her look a bit strange? Like,
I don't know. Is there some relevance to her having like chunky chocolate bars?
I don't know. I think it just makes her look a bit. Yeah, like why the chocolate? I guess they're trying to, what's the word? Prepare you for the fact she obviously likes sweet stuff, chocolate stuff.
Yes. Oh, yes, I guess she loves chocolate.
But still, I don't know why it needed to be so ostentatious.
Maybe that's just part of it. Maybe, I think you're probably absolutely right, is that it's like the girl likes chocolate. Yeah. And then later on that becomes, and you've been told about the peanut thing, so you kind of know what's going to come anyway.
Yeah.
In the form of a big chocolate cake later on.
God. Yeah. So do you want to go from here? Explain what happens next?
Yeah, sure. I think that there's like this really fascinating interaction again with the son, with Peter. He wants to go to a party after school for the age-old reason that there's a girl there who he fancies.
Yes.
Right?
We've seen him, he's staring at her ass in the classroom.
Yes, that's right. He's seen that. And I think he's had some weird interaction with her at some point, and it's all very kind of like American high school teenage interaction that you'd expect from a John Hughes film.
Doesn't the teacher call him out as well? Like, the girl answers the question perfectly, and then the teacher calls on him. Oh, he's texting. He's arranging the party.
That's right. God, yeah, there's so many things that a lot that goes on in this film, a lot of little things. Yeah. But I think you're right.
And she turns around and she's like,
that's right. And
you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Which, again. So he's a teenage boy. He has needs. So he wants to go to the party. So he says to his mum, can I borrow the car? And rather than be like, yeah, sure, make sure you're back before blah, 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 Annie gets on this real straight away. She's like, blah, 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 but you got to take your sister. And straight away I'm like, oh, that's a difficult situation to be in, and it's really horrible that she's done that to him, because I think at some point she knows damn well that Charlie does not want to go to a party.
No.
Charlie's not a party girl. She's a chocky, pigeon snipping, artistic,
loner
kind of girl, right? So the mum's like deliberately like, Peter, no, you got, you know, and then she kind of drags out Charlie. She's like, Charlie, you want to go to this party? Charlie's like, and then Peter's like, she doesn't even want to go, and you take her, you got her. And obviously because of what happens later, that guilt, making your daughter go to a party that she never wanted to go, and then later
But what purpose? It was like...
Oh, I think, right, I mean, honestly, I think part of it is Annie wants... I think that she has a problem with her son because again, it comes up later, but she didn't want a child. Remember? Mm-hmm. She didn't want Peter. So I think there's always that resentment there. And then you got a child who does not fit in. So when you see an opportunity for that child to go to a party or to socialize in some way, you almost force the issue. Like, you know, you are going to be normal. You are going to go to a normal party. You are going to, you know, like experience other people in this environment. You're not going to sit at home and draw in your notepad and go all the time. Right. So I think a lot of it is that. I think, and again, the grandmother's just died. All this stuff, these emotions going on.
I think that's probably it, isn't it? She doesn't want her to feel isolated because she knows she was closest to the grandma.
Yeah.
So she's like, if we can get her out, maybe she'll get over it quicker.
Yeah.
Even though she's how many years below? Like, they're not going to be her friends.
Yeah, it's not that kind of teenage party is not the sort of place you want to send your daughter who is, let's say 4 or 5 years younger than Peter?
Yeah.
Not the right environment.
No.
At all. You want to take what happens at the party?
Sure.
Okay.
And I think it sets you into although you're on edge because you know she doesn't want to go, he's driving. So you're like, okay, at least there's not going to be drink driving. Like that was what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, we're safe. He's not drinking. They turn up at the party and it's rowdy, isn't it? There's drinking, I feel like there's different stations set up. Is there like beer pong?
Yeah.
And then there's this kitchen side that's just absolutely covered in nuts. And she's like chopping them. Yeah, like what bunch of teenagers embellishes their cake with such bougie nuts?
When I first watched it, I thought, oh, she's chopping up weed. She's going to make brownies. And that Charlie's going to get absolutely annihilated by
glazed.
That. And then there's going to be like she'll suddenly exhibit some powers like Carrie style.
Oh,
like start like blowing people up or something. That's what I thought. And then it turns out they were nuts.
Yeah. So they get to the party. He says, you know, go off by yourself. She's literally like, not a chance. I don't want to be by myself. And he's thinking, oh, fuck's sake. And then he sees this glorious chocolate cake. And has the girl come over at this point to say, like, do you want to come?
Yeah, because he said he's got like a bag of weed, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So he's trying to impress her with his bag of weed.
He's got a bag of weed. And she's like, okay, let's go off privately.
This is one of the saddest things that happens to Peter, isn't it? Is that it's not as private.
They're alone. There's a whole group of them in the room.
This is a boy's worst nightmare about to happen.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get some alone time, and then...
So he sees this chocolate cake. He's like, just go get some chocolate cake. She's like, I don't want to go over. They won't give it to me. He's like, yeah, they will. Like, just ask and they'll give you a piece. So he sends her off. Off she goes. He goes off to this room where he thinks he's going to be alone, smoking a zoot with this girl. It's a whole group of people.
Yeah, I think one of them's maybe her boyfriend as well.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
And it's they've got a bong. That was the selling point. So you're like, okay, so he's not drinking, but he's about to get high as fuck.
Yeah,
and he does. He proceeds to hit the bong.
Yes,
doesn't he?
He does.
And then it cuts back to Charlie, who's had the cake, and she then is getting a drink because you can see that she's struggling with her throat. And I think she then quite casually comes into the bedroom, doesn't she? She's not panicking at this point.
No, she's not.
She's just like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And
it's like annoying little sister comes in at that point, right? You don't really know there's anything wrong.
Yeah. And I think the group have even said like, oh, is that your sister?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't breathe. And he does twig like quick, doesn't he? He picks her up and he carries her back to the car.
That's a scene, isn't it? Where he's like...
He knows, so she hasn't got the EpiPen.
Yeah.
they need to go to hospital like straight away.
Yeah.
But they seem to be in the middle of nowhere as well. So I would be curious to know how far away the hospital is.
I was thinking like, are they in like Utah or somewhere like really remote?
Yeah.
Because it is quite a remote.
Because anaphylaxis kicks in fast when you're that allergic to something.
Yeah.
And so she's starting to get like really blotchy. Her throat's closing up. He's driving as fast as he can. She's like on the back seat, and then she starts like kicking, doesn't she? She's suffocating.
She's making that noise. Like,
yeah. And she opens the car window because she can't breathe, wants to get some air. She sticks her head out. exactly like that.
Yes, me coughing, but yeah.
And then he sees a deer in the road, swerves to miss the deer, and Charlie gets decapitated by a lamppost. Yeah. But you don't see it. You hear the thud. And he just it stops, and it's just him in the front seat, like looking horrified.
Awful. Lily, at this point, pause.
So Charlie's head just
came off. Send. Like, play.
Aren't you glad that I gave you a spoiler for that?
Again, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. It just wasn't there in my head at all. When it happened, it was a complete surprise. And I'm like, this film has just pivoted.
Yeah.
Massive. I thought this film was all about Charlie.
That's what I was just about to say is you definitely did not think she was going to die. You thought she was going to be the one that was going to get possessed.
Floating at the end, like.
Yeah. And instead it's like, oh shit, okay, this film is not about what I thought it was going to be about.
Yeah.
It's taken a turn.
Yeah.
And
awful.
I think how the whole thing plays out, I don't know if you noticed, but on the lamppost, of which took her head off, is the symbol.
I noticed only later on when I watched a YouTube video helping me see the things I missed.
What someone else did.
Yeah, okay. Somewhere. Is that you?
No, actually it was Dan.
Oh, was it Dan? Right. Dan likes to do this, doesn't he? He likes to just like...
He became slightly obsessed with this film, actually, more than me.
I did.
I was like, I think you should go on the podcast and talk about this film because I feel like a fraud.
Well, this is the third time now we say we should bring Dan on, but we will bring Dan on.
Okay.
I think as soon as we find our feet, and I understand technologically how to bring another person on.
I might get made redundant though because he'll come on and actually contribute way more, and I can't steal his stuff if he comes on. So.
No, Lily, you will always be the star of this show.
Okay, fine.
As long as you don't start demanding £1 million per episode.
Maybe not 1 million.
So the film turns on its head at that point, and the first thing I think is like, oh no, the mum.
Right. Because she's forced him to take Charlie.
Yeah.
Not only has he, been irresponsible, left her on her own, he's then got high.
Yeah.
And then killed her.
Yeah. I mean, to all of intents and purposes, he's killed her. She's kind of killed herself in a way. But Toni Collette is the one, Annie is the one who has basically made her daughter go. But she won't admit that until later in the film when Peter dares to say that.
Yeah.
Which is a whole scene in itself, right? But
I think that next bit of that scene, though, where he doesn't get out, he doesn't do anything, he just starts driving.
Yeah.
He gets home, he gets out the car, he goes in. You even hear her say, okay, they're back.
Yeah.
And like that parental anxiety you get every time your child goes out to a party.
I still get it.
Yeah, it never goes away.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting. He gets in bed and you're waiting. You're like, he's surely not. Like, he's got to. And Annie goes out the next morning. She's going to go shopping or something like that. So she gets to the car. You don't see it. You don't see her go to the car. You just see him, I think.
Yeah.
And her scream.
The noise that she makes.
Is like guttural.
Yeah, proper.
It?
I went to see Hamnet a while ago.
Oh, that's in cinemas still at the minute, I think.
If you get a chance, amazing film, right? But there's something that happens in that film where the mother cries in such a way, and again, like I would relate it to Toni Collette in that scene, is that even as a man, and even though that person's acting and it's off camera, that noise is just, I don't know, it makes you want to run away.
Yeah.
It's awful. And of course, Peter hears that, his mother.
And he's like not even responding at this point, though, is he? He's in shock.
He's properly in shock. How do you drive through, park the car, go through the door and not go into your parents' room and say, I need to tell you something?
But also, how do you do that?
Right, that's what I mean. There is no
way.
Yeah, there's no way. So you really feel, I really felt for Peter then. I was just like, your life is over, mate.
That's what's weird though. Again, stealing this a little bit, but he never gets in trouble. Like, it was manslaughter.
True, but yeah, you're right. It was manslaughter.
And he was high. So that's illegal too.
I think the whole thing is that, like, when you watch a film and you think, oh, surely at some point the parents will get involved. But the whole thing is that, of course, they never will. This is something that happens like in isolation. The police never...
No police.
There's nothing.
It just cuts to the funeral.
Right. So I think that's one of these things is like the remoteness. If it happened in like downtown New York, there would be...
Right.
But because it's so remote, it's like Midsummer again. It's like kind of the idea that anything that's around you...
It's its own community.
Yeah. So
it's not that remote though. Like, they go to a school and there's a town and stuff.
True. But I think like as soon as you introduce like something like that, the film then changes to something different.
Of course.
And it can't do that in this instance, particularly because, and this is so well shrouded in this film, is that ultimately this is a film about possession, demons, cults, and you still don't know that yet. And we're now way into the film and you still don't know for sure that there's something supernatural happening at all.
Yeah. And I guess it also comes back to, even in a family that is like heavy on abuse, it's also usually heavy on protecting the family within itself, hiding the abuse that's going on. So they're protecting him because even though he's killed the daughter, he's still that oldest son and they've already gone through enough. So it's like, let's not go through that too.
And also, if you get like another party coming in and getting involved and asking difficult questions, actually you got to start giving difficult answers. And again, like if you're Annie, this is all obviously speculation, like outside of the film or whatever, but if someone does come and knocking on your door and I'm Inspector so-and-so, why was she at the party in the first place? That's the point at which Annie has to hold up her hand and say, because I told her she had to go.
Yeah.
That's not something you're going to want to have to...
But that's not a crime.
It's not a crime. What is a crime is getting high.
And driving.
But then, yes, sure, that's a crime, but also the fact that she was in anaphylactic shock and he was driving like a maniac, that's almost like, well, anyone would do the same. But also, why didn't you call an ambulance? There's so many things you could level at the film, but they would change the nature of the film. Yeah.
So I guess in theory, actually, coming back to the theme of our podcast, stupid decision, making her go.
Number 1.
Not taking her EpiPen.
2.
Encouraging her to eat the chocolate cake, which had nuts plastered over it.
3.
Doing a bong hit.
4.
Not calling an ambulance and driving her high instead.
5.
We've done well there.
Oh, well, now, of course, you've changed it. Yeah. What a silly film.
That's pretty much the only portion of the film that has that in isolation is the stupid decision.
Yeah.
But that is the catalyst of the whole film.
It is. All of a sudden, we're in a whole different place because now Annie is going to go and deal with her grief, her real grief now.
Because she didn't grieve for her mum, but she's grieved. Really. That honestly though, her acting is incredible. Like, she's on the floor, she's rocking back and forth, she's screaming, she wants to die. The husband,
oh God,
you want to fix it, and there's literally nothing you can do.
What can you do?
There.
Then it's like, and also you get like the kind of like, then you get like an external shot of the head is on the floor still, covered in ants. Right.
And her eyes, like
and you keep cutting to that, like no one's kind of gone back. And anyway, so you're still very aware that Charlie's head is out there somewhere. It's fucking horrible.
It is.
But she goes now to a support group, right?
Has the diorama happened?
Oh, I think it's around this time.
Yeah, it all sort of blends at this point.
You get talk about the diorama because it is rough.
You talk about it. Go on.
Okay, so. Maybe she's dealing with it. Maybe this is just now her mania. But now Annie begins to build a new diorama and fucks off her job, basically. And she builds a diorama of a car, a road, a telegraph pole, a little body and a head. Yeah. Which is like, you're like, okay, Annie?
And the husband.
As Michael Jackson would say, Annie, are you okay? No. Not really.
You've been hit by a lamppost.
Not a smooth criminal, but a lamppost.
But the husband's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, even now he's like, my wife's in so much shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's been very supportive.
I need to rewind something because, way back. He gets the phone call from the cemetery saying,
"Oh yeah,
right, the grandmother's grave has been
dug up,
defaced, desecrated."
Yes.
This becomes important
Later on.
now, really, yeah, because when he's seen the diorama and shit, and now she's gone to a support group to deal with her grief.
And I don't know if that happens before Charlie dies or after.
Can't remember. Oh, before.
It happens before.
What, the graveyard thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really quick.
Okay.
That happens not long after they get home. He's gone upstairs to see her building a diorama, and then he gets the call. And
also something we forgot to mention was, I think Charlie's still alive when this happens as well, when she's in her studio and the grandma's in the
corner of the room.
And it's the most subtle scare because it's not a jump scare, but it makes you go, ugh.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is she there? So there are hints of supernatural.
Because she even comes into bed, doesn't she? And she's like, I just scared myself.
But then he's like, it's not unusual to see, like
validates
hallucinations
her.
I see dead people all the time. It's been an accident. So, right, I'm going to get on the support group now because the support group is where you meet the lovely Joan.
Yes.
Who's super supportive.
She doesn't go in the first time, does she? She stays in her car and Joan comes over and pretends that she knows her from something else. I thought.
There's something I can't remember. Again, she goes to one. She goes because there's a couple of bad things that happen. No, she goes to the support group because of her grandmother, doesn't she? She sits down for that one session because of her grandmother. And she's like, oh, and I don't feel the but no, oh shit, Lily, this is again this film. Oh my
God.
Because she brings up all this stuff about her grandmother, and then she says, "This is Annie saying, yeah, so I used to sleepwalk. Do you remember this? And I once carried, I think."
It was petrol.
Petrol, light fluid or
that
something.
Isn't that early on, is it?
No, because she says, doesn't she say that? One of the reasons she didn't get on with her son very well.
Yeah, because she woke up and she'd covered them in petrol and was about to strike a match.
Yeah.
But she's telling that to Joan, I think, when they're...
I thought it was a support group she's saying it to because they're all like... and you're thinking... Annie's got problems. Anyway,
okay, maybe they do.
Whichever way it happens, you know that Annie sleepwalks,
has mental instability. Because this is where it comes into, I didn't want my son.
Yes.
And he obviously was picking up on an energy from me, potentially even something like postnatal depression. She doesn't say that, but something where she hasn't bonded with him. Yeah. And then she's sleepwalks, and then she's woken up. They're all soaking wet. Yeah. Is it just those two? Yeah, she has a dream where it's all of them.
That's right.
But it's, she's standing over him. They're covered in petrol, and she's literally about to strike the match. And he's going like, "Mum, what are you doing?" Yeah,
and he's like, at some point, he's like, "Why are you trying to hurt me? Why did you try to kill me?"
That's not until later.
Yeah, that's the scene, isn't it? Fucking hell. Yeah.
So we learn that it seems like there's some mental illness being passed down.
Yes.
Throughout the family.
Hereditary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So then she meets Joan. I'm pretty sure because she's in her car and she doesn't want to go in, and Joan gives her number.
Yeah, and I think that's after the daughter.
Yeah.
Right. That's the
because she's like, I lost a son.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's the way she says it was like, I lost a son, and then she's gives her the card. And she's like, I feel so silly doing this, but here's my number. Call me anytime.
Yeah.
And that's the Rosemary's Baby moment. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, you just got your hooks in, but it's so subtly done.
Yes.
Even I'm thinking, oh, Joan seems nice.
Yeah, she does.
What a lovely lady Joan is.
What a lovely lady. And then she ends up going to her house.
She does. And he goes to Joan's house.
Yes. And
for the first time. The second time is a little different, but the first time, she sees a nice rug.
I was about to say there's something to do with a rug.
Yeah. She's like, oh, Joan, my mum used to make rugs like this.
Yes.
Her. And then Joan's like, obviously, we know that Joan's made a mistake at that point. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. That's a coincidence, blah, blah, blah. You know, I've had this for ages. Whatever.
Yeah.
She kind of brushes over it, and then she brings Annie into her house.
What do they do the first time they're together?
They just have a cup of tea and a little chat about grief, don't they?
Okay.
It's not until the next time.
She's like, she's ready for this.
Yeah, but she makes her Joan accidentally meets her in a car park.
Yes.
And then she's like, oh, Annie.
Haven't seen you in ages. I've actually been enlightened. I went and met this woman who taught me some magic.
Yeah. And now I feel so much better and all my grief has gone away.
Yeah. And I'll show you how.
Come round.
It's literally like a groomer.
Yeah.
I've got sweets in my car.
Yeah, I've got a puppy. You want to see my puppy? But I mean, I know we're skipping through this a little bit, but some of the things that I think we need to sort of like move to like almost like the final acts after this. But this is important because Joan, lovely lady, she's like, come talk to me about the whole thing because I've got over it.
Yeah.
I've been shown a way to deal with my grief.
Yes.
And then there's this wicked scene in Joan's, again, seemingly nice apartment, right?
Old-fashioned, but...
Old-fashioned, but,
Old lady chic.
Doily situation maybe, and some nice, But she shows Annie something which changes Annie and Annie's perception of reality, like, significantly.
Yeah, the seance.
The seance, yeah.
The seance, yeah. So,
and the words.
Oh, the Latin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a book? Or did she just speak it? She must write it down somewhere for Annie to repeat it later on.
Yeah, because she gives Annie the words, doesn't she? Yeah.
So they sit down at a table. She says is it her grandson that died?
I think so.
I want to say, I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah, and then people could tell us we're wrong. Yeah.
But yeah, he's very little. And she says she's managed to reach out and talk to him. And Annie's like, nah, mate, you're fucking mental.
Yeah.
Isn't believing it.
Yeah.
But she stays. And it's with the glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
The glass moves.
Yeah.
And stuff starts moving. And then I think it's the chalk. Yes, there's a chalkboard.
It's because like, I don't know, have you done seances before?
Only like in sleepovers when I was like year 7.
Me too.
Yeah.
But you're always aware that someone's like pushing
moving it. Yeah.
Oh, it's like, do you fancy me? Yes. Whatever. No. But then when the words start writing themselves,
there's no disputing.
Okay.
But that's something else, isn't it? Yeah.
Something has entered the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Annie is like losing it. Like she's crying, she's in bits, and Joan's saying, there's nothing to be scared of.
Cool.
This is all absolutely fine.
Yeah, you get to talk to your loved one again and it's all good.
Yeah, and you know that they're safe and not hurting and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then does she pass Annie the stuff? Because Annie seems reluctant. Annie seems not sold on it. She believes it's happened.
It just freaked her out so badly.
That's what I mean. She doesn't leave being like, okay, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's that point that Joan does kind of like stuff her with like a couple of candles and these words and take it a bit like a Jehovah's Witness gives you a copy of the Watchtower whether you want it or not.
Yeah,
it's like I think that's what happens. But regardless, Annie is now aware that there is a way to potentially communicate with the beheaded Charlie.
Yeah,
and that she has the means to do that now.
And she comes home, she tries it by herself first, and it works.
It works.
She thinks it's Charlie, right?
Then Peter and her husband come home.
No, she wakes them up. She forces them.
She's super
because that's why he's freaked out. Because he's like, I don't want to. She's like, I won't hurt you.
Yeah, Peter is losing his mind, isn't he? And the husband for the first time is like, I'm not doing this shit with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really had enough.
And have we had the bit with Peter at school when they're under the bleachers and he does the bong and then he just starts freaking the fuck out?
Yeah, he does. In fact, a couple of things have happened to Peter at this point, haven't they? Because there's that one where
it is following him slightly, and we've sort of...
And his throat's bad, and he can't breathe.
As if it's like Charlie, when she couldn't breathe, yeah.
And then his mates are like, "You all right?" And he's like... And then
he's like, hold my hand.
Yeah.
It's quite sad.
Yeah, he's really quite... And he's having a rough time. Because is the scene happen with Peter yet at school where...
The classroom.
He now sees signs of...
I don't think so. I think that happens after this. That must happen after the seance.
Let's say that's the case because that's a really amazing and scary scene.
Yes. So she wakes them up. She's like, you need to come down. I found a way to talk to Charlie. Like, just do this. Just trust me. Just listen to me. Mm-hmm. Really like selling it, isn't she? Because the husband is like, no, you're traumatizing Peter. He's already traumatized enough. Enough.
Yeah.
But she manages to convince him. She says the Latin, they do the glass.
Yep.
Everything sort of ticks over in the same way, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And then does something smash? I feel like a glass smashes.
Yeah, it's like that. Kind of things begin to kick off, don't they?
And because Peter's like bawling. He's in bits and the husband is like, we're done.
Awful. And Yeah, I mean, then doesn't someone speak in Charlie's voice? Because Charlie is now suddenly possessing somebody.
The mum, Annie.
And she's like, what's going on? What's happening?
Oh my God, it's freaky as fuck, isn't it?
Proper good though, isn't it? That's where you're like, okay, this is a real horror.
Something like that.
Yeah, where am I? I can't see, or something.
Yeah, it's dark, maybe.
And then you're like, oh no, this spirit's now in your house.
Yeah,
it's like
you've let it in.
Yeah, this is it now. You guys are
done.
Proper.
Like that was the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
It really was.
Yeah.
That's just like, I mean, the fact that Charlie's had her head locked off is like, yeah, that's obviously that's life ending and everything else. But now this is
that was life ending, whereas this is demons starting.
We're in horror now.
Yeah.
We're in proper demonic horror zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then after that, she continues to sort of spiral, doesn't she? And like lose her mind.
Yeah.
Husband, I don't think we see.
Husband is a scene where he's at work and he's poured himself a pretty stiff whiskey or something.
Yeah.
He's beginning
to crumble and
starting to drink and starting to lose faith in his family unit.
Yeah.
Surviving this.
And then we see a bit more of Peter at school. And he's in his classroom and he looks in the window.
Has Joan turned up at his school yet? Or is that another scene?
The one where she's waving across the car park.
She says something very particular to him, if that is before he does this thing. I think it's before.
What does she say?
She says, like, basically she's casting something out of Peter. She says, she's trying to cast Peter out. Like, Joan is standing across the road and she's pointing at Peter and she's shouting something like, not like exit, but it's a word like exit.
Expel you or something.
Yeah. Expel you from Peter or Peter. We expel you. And he's just like looking at her like, that's a weird lady. But so he's kind of troubled.
There's also been another random woman like waving. Maybe that was when Charlie was alive, but another random woman just like waving across the car park.
I think what you're seeing is like
the cult
members.
Mm-hmm. You do start to see them hop up in the background a bit.
Yeah. Because
you get the impression that it's kind of like closing in.
Yeah.
It was quite wide.
Yeah.
And now once the seance has happened, it's like, no, you've opened the gate and now they're all coming.
Yeah. You've let the wrong ones in.
Yeah.
And again, that's that Rosemary's Baby thing again, that Roman Polanski thing about like the paranoia of that. Like you think it's bad, but it's way worse than you can possibly imagine. And then we're going to get to the bit where Peter's sitting in the classroom.
And he looks in
the cabinet.
Cabinet, yeah.
And, oh shit, can I rewind a little bit? Mm-hmm. One thing and then like another thing. This is like really important because there's this massive row between Peter, his mum, and the dad. And the dad's very comforting towards Peter. But they, for the first time...
At the dinner table.
And she's like kicking off about, and she says something very particular to Peter. She says, you're always just like leering at me. You're smug. You've got this smug look on your face. And you're thinking, no, he hasn't. He hasn't ever done that. But her perception is that he is doing that.
Yeah.
But then in the classroom, he looks in the cabinet and sees the glass and he's just looking like normal, slightly scared, sad Peter, but leering back at him is himself.
Oh, shit.
Remember that? And it's that real horrible, like...
It's that horror smile, isn't it? But also... like that dinner table bit, her saying like, you're doing this, you're leering at me, that, like abusive parent gaslighting.
Oh, totally.
So that's what
I thought.
Familial trauma.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll leave the poor kid alone. And then he throws back at her and says, right, mum, like, you made her go to the party. I didn't want her to go. You made her. It's your fault she's dead. That's the first time. And she's like, how fucking dare
but the dad's
you?
like, enough, both of you.
He's like, enough. And then he puts his hand on Peter's hand like, son, you're okay. This is rough, but you're okay.
Yeah.
Which shows because actually this happens a lot now, where the father and Peter begin to kind of, or the father becomes becomes very protective of Peter, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's like,
which surprised me because you'd think the son murdering your daughter would make both parents
sure, but he's
mad at you.
But this guy all the way through, he's been magnanimous about the whole thing. I don't think he's ever blamed Peter for the death. He's blamed maybe nobody. He's just blamed it to like an unfortunate set of circumstances.
You're actually very mentally sound.
Exactly.
In comparison to the rest of the fam,
who are really losing it at this point. So, this really quickly. There's one other thing which I don't think we can overlook, which is that now we know that there is something going on in terms of demonic possession. Is that throughout the film so far we've had this blue light, right? there's moments where Charlie's scribbling in her book when she's still alive, where you have this ripple of light.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then it happens again a couple of times where you see, and you almost like to the point where you're like, did I just see that?
Yeah.
Is that like a plane light going through? But it's not, because later on you get to see what that blue light really represents. And because now we're talking about possession, I think the blue light thing is kind of important, because the blue light quite often appears to be there just before a bad thing happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But we get it at school with
Peter.
Peter,
so he sees that horrible face in the cabinet,
Mm.
then proceeds to smash his head on the table.
He sort of does this thing first, doesn't he, where he lifts his hand up.
And it goes like straight.
Like this.
Because his eyelid goes, because someone's like, is Peter all right?
It's like he's having a stroke.
Yeah,
Right,
or a
it's
seizure.
awful. Yeah, a seizure. But his hand's like this. And then later on, you get to see, I don't know if you remember this, but you get to see why. We'll get there. But there's a reason why his hand is up like in this position.
I don't remember.
We'll get there.
Okay.
But if I talk about it now, it will give it away.
Okay.
But I noticed it because I thought it was such a strange position for him to be in.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
But then I thought that was just part of it being horrible.
Me too. And then when we get to the end of the film, there's a bit where you're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Anyway, he freaks out and then...
Yep, smashes face on the table.
Yeah.
It's pretty horrible. And then screams. Again, it's the horrible screams, isn't it?
The screams of the kids around him as well in the classroom.
Yeah, and they're all just like...
freaking out.
Can you imagine seeing that in like a classroom?
I mean, yeah. No, I can't imagine it, but like, what would you do?
And you just wouldn't want to come in ever again, would you? You'd be so embarrassed.
What do you mean if you... I think embarrassment is the least...
I mean, no, but if like it wasn't because of a demon possession, let's just say you'd had a seizure like that.
Yeah.
The whole room is seeing you like scream. It would suggest mental breakdown, right?
At least he didn't piss himself.
Yeah.
Because that'd be my worst thing.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So then I think we go. That's kind of the last we see of Peter for a bit, and it comes back to Annie. I think she goes to Joan's house and discovers.
She doesn't discover. She stands and knocks on the door. No answer, no answer, no answer. But the camera continues through the door to see what Annie does not see.
Which is a picture of Peter.
It's just, and the cult.
And the cults.
And like billowing white curtains.
Yeah.
Candles. Demonic symbols.
Yeah. But
like,
it hands there's a picture of Peter in like amongst loads of symbols and
that's right, yeah.
Stuff.
Peter's become the focus.
Yes.
Of a lot of this demonic attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we also there's some discovery about the grandma. I feel like
yes, and it's the so like in the Evil Dead and films like
the photo albums.
That's
and
it.
Stuff. Yeah.
This is like again from my horror and fantasy degree thing. With film is that you get this moment where you get this thing called the Oracle, and it's normally like it'll be a book, or it'll be, if it's sci-fi, it'll be like a ship's log where you find out like Event Horizon, you'll find out that this bad thing happened, and it's the bit where the audience gets to kind of get an idea of why this shit's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she finds it's all her grandmother's stuff.
Yeah.
She finds pictures. She finds lots of stuff about her mum having sex with lots of naked, rough people.
Yeah. There's like cult practices as well.
Yeah.
It's the pictures. Yeah.
The pictures. And then there's the first mention of this name, Payman.
Payman, yeah.
So like, okay, who and what is Payman?
Yeah.
And then there's stuff to do with like fire and you never do get to see anything like particular, but you do get the idea that, oh dear, this is all some very, very culty demonic stuff now.
And then, does she discover the body?
There's the flies and the buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminded me very much of Sinister.
Really?
This moment, yeah.
The loft, I guess, is the exact same.
Always bad things in the loft.
So there's flies. They pull down the ladder to the loft.
Yeah, Annie does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes up, and there's a body under a sheet.
Yeah, with its head removed at this point or not?
Can't remember.
Can't remember details.
She goes down and tells her husband straight away, doesn't she?
Well, I mean, she looks around this attic and it's been like set up in this way. It's very ritualistic. And then her husband comes home and she's like, you have got to see this. You've got to see this. And I think for a moment, you're like, oh, he's going to go upstairs and there's going to be
nothing there. Yeah.
Because that's the typical horror trope.
Yeah.
It's like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not quite the case.
No. Yeah. And we forgot to mention, actually, that...
the fire thing?
Not just that, but after Charlie had died, how Annie started sleeping out in the treehouse as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she started emulating her daughters. Yeah.
And that treehouse just has something about it, doesn't it?
It does. Some, yeah. The fire thing. Now, she tries to burn... Annie tries to burn something a bit earlier in the movie in the fireplace.
Oh, and she sets on fire.
She sets on fire.
Yeah, it's her arm, her sleeve. She tries to burn the book.
That's right. She tries to burn Charlie's book because she's drawn pictures of Peter with his eyes
scratched out.
So Charlie's... We're bouncing around a lot.
I know.
But there's this film, it does that to you. But she puts that book in the fire and then her arm lights up on fire. So now there's a connection between the book and fire, and like, why does that happen? So she pats it out. So the idea is now Annie has got to the point where she's like, look, there's dead person, her mother, I think, who's been exhumed from the cemetery, popped upstairs, it's gone a bit rotten. There's lots of flies.
Yeah.
She's gone down, but now she's made this connection that Charlie has something to do with this. Dead Charlie, the spirit's been let into the house. So she thinks like Charlie's book is now the focus of this. So she gives it to her husband and says, look,
you missed the part though where he thought she was the one who dug up her mum and put her up there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's got to that point now, hasn't he?
Where he's like, you did that, didn't you?
Right. So it's all now swirling into this like conclusion, I suppose. Where so she's like, he's realised, there's a dead body up there, and he's like, you've done that.
Yeah.
But she's freaking out now. She's gone proper manic, and she's like, you've got to take this book, you've got to throw it in the fire. But her expectation is that he throws the book in the fire and she
will burst into flames.
Which is kind of what
that's what she's saying to him, isn't it? She's like, you'll understand, I can't do it, you need to do it.
Exactly. And she's ready to sacrifice herself because she really feels like
it's freeing Charlie.
Yeah. And it's like, it's got to happen now. But as we now come to find out, Payman has other ideas.
Yes.
So we're going to get to this bit where the book does go in the fire?
Yeah.
You want to get there?
Well, he chucks it in and he bursts into flames, doesn't he?
Unexpected.
Which takes you by surprise. I think it surprised her too.
I think it did. Yeah.
But he, instead of it just being an arm, he fully bursts into fire. He's dead. He's done.
He's out of the picture.
Which is, poor him, honestly. All he's done is his best.
Mate, I like to think I'm the kind of dad.
Yeah.
I would be pissed off if I burst into flames. I'd done nothing particularly wrong apart from trying to be a supportive father.
And at this point, I'm pretty sure you see a member of the cult like naked in the background of the living room.
It's either then or it's when Peter comes in.
Yeah, but it's a guy.
Oh, it's awful.
It's a naked guy.
I thought it was like a dead person. And then later on, again, watching that YouTube video after, it's like, oh, it's a person. But I was so focused on, I think, because I can't remember how it all pans out, but I know that Peter does come in back, and at some point he's looking around the house for his mum and stuff. And what he does find is just this burnt corpse on the floor. I think that's right. And then you see the person. No, sorry, I grab his shoulder. That's when you see fucking Annie up on the ceiling.
Not yet. I don't think so.
Later? Is that later? Oh, I'm getting confused
she's
now about
on the ceiling when she's chasing after him.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's sort of, to be honest, I'm a bit foggy now between
I'm foggy about
what happens.
It all comes in a rush, doesn't it?
It does, and it's chaos and it's stressful.
Yeah, it is.
And Peter, comes back, and we've had the realization that there's other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dad's just died.
Crispy Dad.
And then, I don't know if she starts chasing him or he runs or whatever, but she's definitely running after him because he runs up into the loft.
Yeah, that's
And then she's on the other side of it, like smashing her head into it. And it's at such a pace that is horrible.
He's like, bam, 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 bam. And then, but she does the thing where she's now rising up in the air and there's the sawing.
Yeah.
What's she using to saw her neck off?
It's like a piece of wire or something, or like you hear it. It's like crunching.
It's like piano wire or something that's just like...
Is she hanging?
Yeah, she's floating.
But then is she the one in the loft? Because she's definitely on the other side of it, smashing her head, because he's hiding from her. No?
Oh, man. It feels like this is one of these things in the film where, like the possession, the magic, the demonic nature of the whole thing is just taken over.
Yeah.
So now
it is.
Like now Annie is like a supernatural force now, and she can kind of be anywhere she needs to be to make the
she
film.
cuts her head off, because then she runs off to the tree.
Right.
Beheaded.
Yeah. And we're like, but what's happening? So if we're getting this all wrong in terms of what's happening where and when, and we, you know, but ultimately what's happening is now Peter is being chased to his doom, really.
Yeah.
Like Peter is now he's being pushed to the final conclusion of this.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone needs to lose their head at some point, right?
Yeah.
So Toni Collette's lost her head now because she's
literally and figuratively.
Yeah, right.
She's lost her head.
All gone. Obviously Charlie lost hers. I think that the grandmother
also had the head cut off.
So it's really important now that these people need to have their heads removed, because later on we're going to find out maybe why. But Peter is now being forced into a position where he acts erratically and jumps.
I think he realizes, like, I'm fucked. I need to get out of here. Yeah. So I will jump out the window.
He does. He hits the floor. The blue light.
Yeah.
And then...
Is this where his arm is?
In a minute, right? So do you remember what happens here? So the blue light hits it, and then Peter kind of comes to.
But he seems confused.
Yeah, he seems confused. Yeah. Not even hurt, really. Just kind of a bit subdued, maybe. And then he heads off to
the treehouse.
The treehouse.
Yeah. I still don't know the arm bit. Put me out my misery.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about what happens in the treehouse?
Okay,
and
so
then I'll tell you about the arm bit.
This is the ending I hate.
Right. Okay.
So he comes up into the treehouse. He's looking confused, and there's like a voiceover. I don't know who the voice is. Is it Joan? Maybe it's Joan.
It's Joan, because Joan's like, she seems to be cult leader kind of.
And they go up into the treehouse, and there's all these naked people kneeling, including the headless bodies of the mum, the grandma. I don't think Charlie's there. I think it's just the mum and the grandma. And the voiceover is saying, I think she's talking to Charlie. She's like, Charlie, like, I can't even remember what she says, but it's basically like, we needed a male host for King Payman. Payman. Is it Payman? Payman. So we're here to worship that king, and you were the vessel.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
It's a weird kind of abrupt ending, isn't it? But like, for the way that I saw it was, you got all the cult people all, I don't know why.
They're naked.
You've always got to be naked, apparently. I guess it's maybe to be closer to your demonic overlord or whatever. But so they're all there. They're in the treehouse. And then there's this like, Charlie's head is stuffed.
And it's got a crown on it.
Yeah. King Payman, right? But also the statue is holding a staff. And the hand is here.
Oh.
This staff, right?
I see.
That's the connection. But and then the film it's literally like kind of like Peter's now basically been possessed by Payman.
He is. He's not Peter anymore. But which is why it's weird that he seems confused. Because if he's done the possession, which all of these events have been leading to, surely he'd be like, hail me.
Yeah, I guess that's what I thought as well. Was like this is the bit where you should see that kind of sly grin across his face. Like, all this has been basically orchestrated so that I can now be this
and it was
seventh Lord of Hell or whatever he is.
Charlie needed to die because she was supposed to be a boy.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. So she died so that then he was vulnerable enough to get possessed.
I guess so. I guess so.
Here?
I thought, I was trying to work out because when Joan's shouting at Peter to, get out. I thought that she was trying to get like a demon out of Peter, but I think she was trying to get Peter out.
Because they wanted the body
fuck off, Peter.
For the king.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was getting confused about that, but I know what you mean, right? So the ending of the film, in retrospect, like, right, so you've seen The Witch?
No.
Oh, with Anna Taylor-Joy, right? So I think that's another film by Robert Eggers, but it's the same production crew. And the very similar thing kind of happens. Where like you get this like almost 10 seconds of this resolution, and then you're like, okay, not sure how to feel about that. I'm not sure how to sort of process what's happened. So yeah, Peter's in the treehouse, the cult's there. He's now been properly possessed by Payman, and now we're going to see, I don't know, at some point Payman's going to, I don't know, turn the world to darkness, but we don't get to see that bit. So I guess that's the point, is that the end of the film is what it needs to be. Like when Rosemary has the baby, and now she's like, even though it's like the devil, still it's my kid, and it stops there. And then in Midsummer, she has been assimilated into the cult, and it stops there. So I think that there's almost like no aftermath, and you kind of want that closure, but you don't get it.
And I guess in theory, there kind of is closure, in the sense the parallel is ultimately the grandma was the instigator of this family's destruction. Mm-hmm. So she was the perpetrator of abuse and trauma, which obviously would lead to destruction in terms of mental illness, and like the mum then went on to abuse Peter, that kind of thing. So then that's the parallel with the grandma instigated a literal form of destruction in causing the demonic possession, all of them becoming beheaded, dying, and ultimately their deaths. So I guess that's the parallel. It's about how destructive that abuse can be.
I think like as well, it's one of those things where you need to have a family that is psychologically broken and open to demonic possession in that way.
Vulnerable,
Right, it's a thing. Like, I can't remember why, I probably read it at some point, but like this thing of like, you know, you would let, medieval belief was that you would let demons in if you know, like if you weren't super Christian and always
had
vigilant.
A community,
right,
and protect you.
Exactly, and it's like again the sort of the idea of the werewolf in the woods outside, and you don't stray from the path, because then evil can take you if you're isolated. But that family, again, the isolation's important. Just like Midsummer,
which they all were individually.
And then the whole place is remote. You know, like
and the multiple grief, just like it was already cracked, and then that was just shattering it further.
But that means that, like, you know, much like the friendly neighbours in Rosemary's Baby, what you've got is a grandmother who's orchestrated this entire thing from her, probably before her death. And everything that she's done. She's got Joan, obviously the ally Joan, to make sure you swoop in when that happens. You do that, make sure you say that, show her how to bring the daughter, and then open up. And then it's like, and that's how we get Payman back. That's how we get Payman to be. Because they all obviously pledge allegiance to the demon prince. Because now they're, I guess this, that, again, just like the witch or whatever, now their reward for doing that is that they get the benefits of the Dark
in
Prince,
theory,
right? In theory. But if I was a Dark Prince, I think I'd just go, nice one, guys, and then torch the lot.
Get yourself a new batch.
Dickheads.
Okay.
That's
cool.
that's the film.
Yeah,
right?
That's a long time.
Bloody
it
is a long time, Lily.
Yeah,
it is a long time.
Fucking waffled so much.
There was waffling, but
directions.
There's a lot. And thank you for pointing the film out to me.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, because it's gone quickly into my top 10 of those kind of psychological.
It is a good one.
Demon horrors. It's great. It is great.
Speaking of which,
yes,
shall we do our stupid decisions rating?
Yeah.
Which honestly, I would say 2.
Yeah, it's low, isn't it? Yeah, I reckon I'm there as well. I think that there's so many things that happen in the film that shouldn't happen, but they happen in such a way that they are considered. And so you don't feel like they're stupid decisions at the time. You just feel like everything's unfortunate. It's just tragedy over and over again.
You haven't gone like, what the fuck have you done that for? You've just gone like, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's the tension. And isn't that like the difference between a horror film where you're kind of like quietly clapping, almost like that's good, as opposed to watching something like Return of the Living Dead, which all the way through you're like, this is just dumb.
Yeah, like good Lord.
Exactly. But no, I give it a 2 as well. I think it's just, it's not a funny film. I don't think I smiled once, apart from almost like when the head comes off. But even that wasn't funny until afterwards.
Oh God,
it's just awful. Anyway,
and then our favourite bit, which I've not even thought about, as per usual, how would we die?
Oh, okay, it's a difficult one in this film
because it's not as funny.
Oh God, it's not as funny, is it? It's like, how would I mean?
And it's also this film is very much about the family. We are not part of the family.
Yes.
So I think the only way we would die is, I think I've thought of one. I have not fulfilled my role within the cult for payment. So I get sacrificed.
What, like off screen?
Yeah, literally. I don't even make it on.
Not even important enough to kind of like.
I was supposed to be Joan. I was supposed to lure in Annie. Yeah. I failed. He's like, you're fucking useless. You're done.
I like that. Yeah, just like yeah. Sorry, you had like one job, Lily.
Yeah,
one job.
You were supposed to get us to do the seance,
but you got distracted. By
all she did was go into Home Bargains. Like you fucked it.
Right? How would I die?
Do you know what? You would be at the high school party. You'd do too much of a bong.
Yeah, I think you're probably not wrong.
Or you would drunk drive.
I'm pretty good about not doing that. I reckon. Okay, I reckon I'm going to go for this one.
Okay.
I wait till the very end, right? I'm like, okay, I've kind of like, clocked what's happening from a distance.
Okay.
I'm one of Peter's classmates.
Oh, okay, you are.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that looks like demonic possession. I spot an opportunity.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, if I make friends with this demon, I'll get what I want, right? I'll just be like, I'm your mate. I'll give him like the good music and stuff. Like
Iron Maiden.
Right, yeah, Number of the Beast. So I wait to the treehouse. I'm now crouched behind all these naked people like that, but I haven't taken my clothes off because I'm a bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm wishing I kind of wasn't there because now I'm just seeing like this horrible thing unfold. But right at the end, when Payman's like, hey, I'm here, I'll be like, right, hey Payman, I'm a big fan. And
love your work.
Right, and then straight away he's like, just immolated, burst into flame, and that's that. Because
you're just not one of them.
No.
Other thing I thought was maybe you did take your clothes off and you died of hypothermia. What I did was I stripped on my clothes and I was like, well, it's hot in here. And then it is cold in here, so I turn on the heater. And it's a treehouse. And it says fire. Oh my God. Okay, I think that's it.
And I kill loads of naked people and I die at the same time, screaming in among naked people. Yeah. Maybe that's how I go in one big.
It sounds pretty on brand for the film. And how
I think
dark
so.
it is.
I think so. It's pretty demonic.
Okay, amazing.
What have we got?
I think that's us. Normally we finish with what we're going to do next, but we don't know.
We don't know. Technically, it's my choice, but maybe we should get someone to choose for us.
I'm trying to think as well. What did we do? Evil Dead is demons.
Yes.
Black Phone is sort of more
ghosty,
supernatural, I guess.
Killery. Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead is zombies.
Yes.
And this is psychological
demonic.
Also demons. So
yeah,
we need to find something else.
It's my turn, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, unless we get someone else to do it. We haven't done a good old slasher yet.
That's true. And there's a lot of stupidness. I think because this was so not stupid, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, it might need a little cleanser.
Ooh.
Maybe a little.
God, the possibility. Yeah. Maybe put a poll up.
We could put a poll up and let's do that. Let's do that. And then someone else can decide. But let's just say it's got to be a slasher film.
And I reckon the classics.
The classics.
Yeah.
The Halloweens.
Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday 13th, and Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw.
Calm yourself, Jesus.
When I make that noise, I think it's something like. But that noise, when I make that noise, like, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. Well, maybe we just choose ourselves. We are the bosses.
We do what we like, don't we?
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck. We do what we fucking like.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean,
Texas Chainsaw, it sounds like.
Well, we could do. Let's throw it out anyway.
Okay.
But let's, if no one responds.
Which they won't. It'll be me just voting twice.
Is that you, Lily? Yeah. I think what has happened is come out of this. I know it's been a long one, but I've come out of this in a different way from any we've done so far, any films we've chatted about, because this is the first time I think I've come out of this conversation thinking almost like, I don't know, it's a different discussion we've had. And
definitely not as humorous.
I'm not sad about it. Yeah. It's nice, actually. It's nice to have a chat about a film.
We need to have range, you know?
We do.
Can't be one trick ponies.
We've displayed range.
I'm proud of us.
I am semi-proud of us.
And that's all you can ask for.
That's what you can ask for. Well, until the very next time, which will be whenever we can...
Probably next month.
Do it next month. Next month. Let's do it like that. Okay. Thank you very much if you listen to this and watch it or whatever. Say something nice or not.
Please.
Yeah. It's good. We had a few comments, right? And generally quite nice. There was one that was kind of like... someone wrote on YouTube, I'm
God.
paraphrasing. It was kind of interesting. It's like, I don't understand, but no kind of like then sort of.
For which one?
Oh, I think it was like the first one.
Oh.
I think it was The Evil Dead.
Oh, shit.
I don't understand. And I really want to write back like, understand what exactly.
You should. You
no,
should.
because the thing is that I don't want to engage in comments, particularly because I feel like I don't want to offend anyone, and I don't want to have to feel like I'm arguing the point.
You're not arguing, you're clarifying.
Clarifying. What is it you don't understand?
Let us help you. Come at it from a helpful point of view. We would be keen to explain any confusion.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what. How about I pass this one on to you?
Okay, fine. I'll be the customer complaints.
There you go. You're the
link.
You're the quality.
Please don't.
Control.
I don't think I need any.
We don't need that kind of stress
more
in our
of
lives.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, we put this stuff out there, and then people watch it. That's great. Or listen to it. That's fantastic. But what is nice is, that if someone does listen to this, and then if they're on Apple or any of the platforms, you can leave a review or just some stars
Or subscribe.
Nails in the floorboards, names carved under paint. Family portraits turned to face the wall. Sleep with the hallway breathing at your door. Someone you look like crawling on all fours. This is your blood, your burden, passed down in secret rooms. You think it's gone, it's hiding. It always blooms. Inheritance of ashen teeth waiting in your bones. You wear their face, their hunger. You are not alone. Clock hands stutter, time leaks from the frame. Mouths move in silence, saying what you'll be. Every small kindness twists into a debt. Love like a lockbox, swallowed by the sea. This is your blood, your burden, passed down in secret rooms. You think it's gone, it's hiding. It always blooms. Inheritance of ashen teeth waiting in your bones. You wear their face, their hunger. You are not alone. How far back does this crack run? How far down till you're undone? Hey, if you cut it out, will there be anything left, or just a shadow crashing in your chest? This is your blood, your burden, passed down in secret rooms. You think it's gone, it's hiding. It always blooms. Inheritance of ashen teeth waiting in your bones. You wear their face, their hunger. You are not alone.
Ultimately, the grandma was the instigator of this family's destruction.